It's the things that money buys that we love. Advertisers today are teaching us that we will feel better if we look better. Our culture has taught us we need, when in fact we don't need them, we just want them. We fall in love with things. When we run out of money, we don't run out of love for things. So then we use the credit card. Payday lenders charge 700% interest. It eats away at our financial capacity because we want it, and we want more than we can afford as quickly as we can get it. Debt is a bigger problem than racism. Being in debt is slavery. When we got out of segregation and physical slavery, there was a financial slavery that may be even deeper than the physical slavery we were in. This onslaught of easy access to credit, easy access to drugs. We were completely unprepared for society as we inherited it. 54% of African Americans either have no bank account or they have a bank account and don't use it. The minimum wage in the National Basketball Association is $375,000. Yet 60% of the players file bankruptcy. This is not just a Baptist problem, this is an American problem. When we used to keep up with the Joneses, at least the Joneses were next door. Now the media culture has superimposed on us people that we don't know, but the means of securing that vision is destroying the country. How is it, people, appropriate for you to look out for yourselves, wear designer clothes, keep up with the Kardashians, yet headquarters is in trouble? The reason we tolerate government debt the way we do is because we have our own debt. So if I'm in debt, and you're in debt, and the state's in debt, and the Fed's in debt, it doesn't even offend us that we owe more money to China. There is a role people must play in their own uplift.
You don't have nothing to pass down. It's hard to start from zero to make something of yourself.
Definitely.
That's hard to do. And then you go up in a community that that no one teaches you. They don't teach you to think smarter. They don't, all you're doing is just working to work. Not working to do anything else. So your mind stays like, I gotta just get out this rut. That's what your mind state is forever. Get out this rut, get out this rut. You got to be something where a family member passed this down on to you, and you made this happen. You built onto that legacy or that wealth.
Yeah, sometimes just working to pay bills.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, it's all big.
It's crazy. It's just a rut. It's just hard to get out of. Somebody figure this game out.
I grew up in the inner city of Chicago, and my parents didn't have much. They both have high school diplomas. They started off with kids early. I always said to myself, if I had an opportunity to achieve great things, then I would.
We all knew how it was going to be out here. Drug needles outside, drug vials, all the stuff that you see. You really didn't have thoughts about what you want to be. You never think of the future, what you need to secure your future.
I was a pregnant teenager, wanted to do things that was a pleasure, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I was in debt. I did the credit cards. As soon as I turned 18, applications started coming in, I filled them all out. I didn't think anything was wrong with that because everyone around me did it. That's what made me, let me go take this class.
Our debt-free movement is based on personal responsibility.
You want to succeed, you got to do what you have to do to succeed. I had to make this place successful in order for me to be successful.
It's a 12-step process with a book and a workbook that essentially walks you through the lifestyle change.
At one point, I had maybe 20 to 30 pairs of sneakers. One pair for each day of the month.
My son needed every pair of Jordans that came out every week. He needed to go to every 25 children in his class birthday party, and they had to have the most expensive gift. I felt like he needed those things so he didn't feel an emptiness.
And that's where the whole dfree construct comes from. It's really addressing the psychological, spiritual, mental, and emotional aspects of the way we handle our money.
And so we challenge people, listen, do you really need 800 TV stations? Or can you get by with basic cable? Do you really need to get your nails done twice a month? Maybe you can get them done once a month.
It's not to break people down, it's to bring people into a state of reality.
I may not be to the point where I'm filing bankruptcy or the IRS is after me or, I have a home for it to go into foreclosure, but these credit cards and student loans and medical bills, that's debt. Not only was it simple that I understood that I had a problem, but he also made it simple that I can get out of it.
And what dfree does is it gives you the power to fix it because you no longer feel like a victim of your financial situation.
It's definitely a mentality, more so than just a piece of paper and writing out numbers and crossing off things off a list. Your mindset really has to change.
If you allow how you were raised to dictate where you're going, you'll forever stay in bondage.
But you know inside yourself who you are, who you believe that you are, who your family trusts you to be.
You can't talk strategy until your behavior changes.
Amen.
Our behavior flows from our belief. And thus, we teach a belief system that's anchored in certain principles. Principles of morality, principles of virtue, principles of thrift.
Then taking what our behaviors look like and applying it to practical financial principles. So you're eliminating debt, you're paying your bills on time, and then taking those savings and transitioning it so that you can start building a future.
We set aside a day on our honeymoon. If we're married, 3 days, and we're on our honeymoon, we're in Barbados.
I could have killed it.
But we create our family budget, our 3-month goals, and also 5 or 6 year plan.
I want to be able to have something for them. Brandon, it's just a barbershop. This is the root. This is everything to me.
Then there was one week in the dfree workshop where Pastor told us to write down our different passions. And one of the things I wrote was children. So maybe I can just start doing my own daycare. It's not that I'm making so much more money that I'm rich, but I don't owe anybody money. I feel empowered just to see my credit score go up. That right there is power.
There are 4 levels of financial freedom. Level 1 is get started. Write down what you spend. Level 2, get control. Have a budget, have a plan, don't just spend impulsively. Level 3 is get ahead, save for a rainy day. But level 4 is give back. Their financial freedom based on strong ethics, based on biblical principles, based on black culture. Freedom is helping someone else become free. Real freedom is having come to the conclusion that you are not your circumstances and that you redefine your future from the inside out.
Every single day, the kids come through here. And I tell them, listen, as bad as it may seem out here, you can make your life better. It's your choice and your choice only.
Life is full of restrictions. However, life is also full of options. So if you focus on your restrictions, then you complain your way through life and you see yourself from the perspective of deficits. But if you celebrate your options, then you see your life as a sequence of opportunities. Our job is to convince people to pursue the opportunities and thus overcome the restrictions.
The first program we put together in 2005, we had maybe 10 people there. And now, we have a dfree conference, and you have thousands of individuals there.
It got to the heart of the problem. Because you can get out of debt, but if your mind is not transformed, then you're going to get right back into debt.
I told God, He's been so good to me. If I was to really break down everything I've been through, I feel so good. And it's the least I can do, like giving back to Him.
People can see that it can be done. I am this neighborhood. I am here for the people.
That's civil society. That's the community. That's what Dr. King would call the beloved community. And without that horizontal relationship, anything vertical from earth to heaven is too individualistic to be of value to anybody other than yourself.
You gotta read the book. You gotta do the workbook. go on the website, find out when there's a workshop, because he makes it so simple, but it's such a huge impact on your life.